It's Christmas time. Oh, hello, everybody. It's me, Chris Smith. And today, on my continued march toward the Tony Awards, I'm reviewing Chess, the musical, which I saw in April at the Imperial Theatre in beautiful New York, New York. Now, Chess is a musical that I've known about for many years, of course. Like many a child, I had the original Broadway cast recording from 1988 on CD. And I always loved it. You know, I've always been a big fan of ABBA. And the music is by Benny and Bjorn from ABBA. Benny Andersson, of course Tim Rice as well, and Bjorn Elveus. Is that how he says it? So this is an all-new book of the musical that was in 1980. It has a very long history. Here's the interior of the playbill. It has a long history of productions and concerts and concept albums, all that sort of thing. But this is an all-new telling of it because they have an all-new book. The book is by Danny Strong, who is a writer, but he's also an actor. He was in many things, including he was one of those three nerds that were on Buffy the Vampire Slayer who ended up killing Willow's girlfriend Tara. It was an accident. I always defended those nerds, and that guy Jonathan, was that his name? That was the lead nerd. Might not have been Jonathan. Well, anyway, that lead nerd that killed her. I thought it was an accident. He was trying to kill Buffy. But anyway, so Danny Strong wrote an all-new book. And you know what was funny? He said in an interview that he didn't even read the other book to the original Chess. He just started over. I mean, he used the same characters and stuff, and the basic premise. But isn't that amazing? I don't know that I would dare have the balls to do that. I mean, you know, when I worked on my show, Between Two Worlds, the musical, of course, I read the original, Outward Bound by Sutton Vane, and tried to honor as much of it as I could. And for him not to do that, I'm like, my, that's daring and brave and perhaps foolhardy. I don't know. But the show was always troubled, so why not? It's directed by Michael Mayer, choreographed by Lauren Lattaro, music supervision and additional arrangements by Brian Yusufer. So this production has Lea Michele, Aaron Tveit, and Nicholas Christopher as the main leads, and of course Hannah Cruz and Bryce Pinkham and Bradley Dean and Sean Allen Creel, who I recognized as the father from Jagged Little Pill, the musical, which I didn't get to see him in that. I saw it on tour with the great Heidi Blickenstaff. But I digress. Here's the cast, the interior. Now, this show is set in the 1980s. I was looking to see if they had, like, you know how they always say setting, and I don't see that anywhere. Isn't that strange? Well, anyway, it's set in the 80s at the height of the Cold War between the United States and Russia, the USSR. And chess is sort of used as a metaphor for the Cold War, almost like saying that that the political Cold War is like a game, much like chess. The characters include, my goodness, if I edited this, I would cut out all these little slow parts where I don't speak. But I don't edit. I like to do things live. My friend Emma would say, because he doesn't know how. True. Okay, so Bryce Pinkham plays the Arbiter. He's sort of the narrator of the whole show. Nicholas Christopher plays the Russian Anatoly Sergeyevsky. My apologies, Anatoly. Bradley Dean plays Alexander Molokov. Aaron Tveit plays Freddie Trumper. And at the beginning of the show, they say, yes, his name was always Trumper, even before you know who. So, and Lea Michele plays Florence Vassy. And, of course, Hannah Cruz plays Svetlana Sergeyevsky, the estranged wife of Anatoly. And I should mention that Walter de Courcy is the character that Sean Allen Creel plays, and Vladimir Vergand is the character that Sean McLaughlin plays. So yes, here's that main cast. The lighting in this is gorgeous. It's almost done like a concert. Like there aren't sets per se, like furniture rolling in and out and stuff like that. But I mean, there's so much happening on the stage and the choreography that you don't miss a couch or a wall. You really don't. Here's the rest of the cast. I always like showing them. The dancing is amazing, I must say. The heartbreak about this one is, and I'll talk a little bit more about what it's about, but the heartbreak is that they don't sell the window card for this. There is a window card, but they don't sell it online. And you could get it at the theater, which I should have just gotten it at the theater. But I'm like, okay, it's going to get all dented. It wouldn't fit my suitcase. You can't roll it because it's hard cardboard, you know, the hard card stock that the posters are made of. Window cards. So I could have probably found cardboard somewhere. I should have just found cardboard and brought it back or even shipped it. I was very foolish. And now I'm always looking on eBay. And while we were in New York, there was this listing on eBay that was selling a poster for like $99. Now I know that's a lot because usually I pay $25 or $20. Now I've noticed on Triton Gallery that some of the new posters are like $28. So the price is going up. Thanks a lot, America, for your being great again, lowering those prices. Yes. So I'm desperate for the chess poster, y'all. The only thing I bought was the chess magnet. And you know, I mean, it's the same image, but I still want that poster. I think it's just so sexy. The black and white, the two men, Lea Michele in the middle, that low cut dress design almost looks like a knife, the way her chestal area is ends in a point. See how they use it? It's almost like a knife cutting between them. The tension between these two guys, the American Freddie and the Russian Anatoly, and their chess matches. It's actually a funny show. You would think that it would be really serious, really political, but it has a good sense of humor, and it has amazing music in it. Of course, the guys from ABBA. But you may remember one of the biggest hit song that was known I think there was a hit in the mid-'80s from Murray Head called One Night in Bangkok, that goes, one night in Bangkok and the world's your oyster. The bars are temples, but the pearls ain't free. You'll find a god in every golden cloister, and if you're lucky, then the god's a she. I can feel an angel sliding up to me. So that's in there, sung by Aaron Tveit. Oh, and he's like in his boxers at the beginning of this song, and the women dress him. Everybody dresses him, I think, but the women certainly. And they're lifting him up and dropping him into his pants and putting him in his shoes. This is a very, very sexy scene. But it has such good music. This is the one situation I wanted most to avoid. Nothing I say will convince him this isn't a trick. What about wasn't it good? Oh, so good. Wasn't he fine? Oh, so fine. Isn't it madness? He can't be mine. Sing along. But in the end he needs a little bit more than me. More security. He needs his fantasy and freedom. I messed that up, but I don't care. I know him so well. So I was really looking forward to this show early in the season, and I'm delighted that it was still playing when I went. Lately the audiences haven't been that huge. I mean, it's been doing pretty well, hovering in the 70s, 80s percentage of the audience, but everything on Broadway is having such troubles. The prices are just too much, y'all. And the shows are too expensive. It's a metaphor for life. I guess everything is like that. Okay, so it's nominated for 5 Tony Awards, and the heartbreak was it didn't get a nomination for Best Revival of a Musical. There were only like 5 of the season, and I believe, and they only picked 3 per the rules of the Tonys. So they went with Cats, the Jellicle Ball, which I didn't see, Ragtime, which I did see, and Richard O'Brien's The Rocky Horror Show, which I also did see. So, so poor Chess didn't get a Best Revival of a Musical, which is disappointing. I thought it deserved one. So they got 5 Tony nominations. Best Performance by Leading Actor in a Musical, Nicholas Christopher, pictured here. Best Performance by Featured Actor in a Musical, Bryce Pinkham. He was very funny. Best Performance by a Featured Actress in a Musical, Hannah Cruz as the estranged wife of Anatoly. She's very good. Best Orchestrations, Brian Yusufer. And Best Lighting Design of a Musical, Kevin Adams. Now that lighting design, I told you, it is beautiful. And the way the things come down and the lights surround them and the big chests all lit up. And oh, yeah, the lighting was incredible. I have friends that saw Chess when it was on Broadway, and they wish that they had seen Carrie, the musical, which was playing at the same time. They said that they had a choice to see Carrie or Chess, and they thought they would have more time to see Carrie, so they picked Chess, and Carrie closed very quickly. You may all remember from the urban legend. Okay, so the day I saw Chess was on a Thursday. That afternoon I saw The Great Gatsby at the Broadway Theatre. I saw it before, but It had a different cast in it. It now had Reeve Carney and Eva Noblezada and Corbin Bleu. And this isn't a review for that. I'm not reviewing it because I reviewed it last year, and it's basically the same, of course. But I wanted to see Reeve Carney and Eva Noblezada, and the beginning, her character has a book up, and then when she lowers it, it wasn't Eva Noblezada, it was her understudy, who is... I think we had Elena Ricardo. Yes, Elena Ricardo. You're like, why are we talking about this? I'll tell you why. Yes. So we had Elena Ricardo. And she was very good. Here's the rest of that cast of The Great Gatsby. So I'm telling you about The Great Gatsby because I won't be reviewing it, and I need you to know my frame of mind that day. It was good. I saw The Great Gatsby again because it's Thursday matinee and there weren't very many choices. The Outsiders, I'm still just not that excited about it, or The Great Gatsby. And I chose The Great Gatsby, and the Outsiders is coming on tour, so I'll see it then. And then that evening I saw Chess with Abigail. And we had very good seats right in the first row of the mezzanine. Practically center. It was like where I sat for Smash last year at the Imperial Theatre. But yes, Chess, I think it's a very good show. As I told you, it's two men in love with the same woman. Their battles for who is the winner of the chess tournament, and of course the battle between the United States and the USSR, and who will win the Cold War. It's all in chess, so I recommend it if you want to see some good singing and hear it too, if you want to have some good laughs and experience some drama. Joanna JoJo Levesque, is that what her name is taking over in June. So I think you only have till June 21st to see Lea Michele, and I'm sad that she didn't get a nomination for the Tony for lead actress, but it happens. So if you get a chance to see Chess, I recommend it. I don't think there's any announcements about a tour yet. I don't think so. Don't quote me on that, though. But I will talk to you the next time that it's Christmas time.